The Google Pixel tablet has ruined all tablets for me. Hey, Delvon Digital, and welcome back. And before we get started into this video, I just want to say that I own a lot of tablets. I own Galaxy tablets, and I also own iPads. And there's only two real things that I do on my tablets, and that is drawing and watching movies. I do occasional reading and maybe sign some PDFs for my contracts and stuff like that for my clients when they sign my photography contracts. And that's really about it. But mainly the main two things I do is draw and watch movies. So when I'm talking about this review right here, just keep that perspective in mind because we all use our tablets differently. And I'm kind of giving you my experience of what it's like to use the Pixel tablet and the things that I do. Let's talk about performance. And the performance on this tablet is amazing. It is the fastest Android tablet that I've ever used. And it's on par with my iPad, and I'm surprised about that. Actually, I'm not surprised about that. Everyone know how good Google is with software, and it just shines in this tablet. I would say the only real downfall to me, and just a personal preference, is really that 60 hertz. I don't understand the decision to throw 60 hertz in there. But then again, they were trying to make this like a Nest Hub hybrid type thing, but we'll get more into that later. Anyways, if this was a 90 hertz tablet or maybe 120, man, oh man. But if you're one of those people who uses like an iPad Air or anything below the Pro Series models, then this will be the same exact experience, that smooth, buttery, smooth experience. And for somebody who uses 90 hertz to 120 hertz devices, you're gonna think that is lagging, but we know that is really not. It's just the hertz, and it's just really not pushing it. And that's kind of how I feel when I'm using the tablet and navigating through it. It feels like it's lagging, but it's definitely not lagging. It's just that I'm so used to more hertz when it comes to these screens, these refresh rates. I need them a little bit faster than that. So other than that, that is like one of my biggest gripes about the tablet. Everything else we're going to talk about now. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Pixel tablet's design. I actually didn't like it out of the box, and it started to grow on me more and more, like all my devices do. Sometimes it's just one of those situations where you get a device, you see it, you have this mindset about it, and then you start using it, and then things just don't carry you. You just don't care about things anymore. Things just start looking different and feeling different. The tablet did feel cheap out of the box. I said, I really love the IPS panel. Google did not cheap out on that, and I'm glad they didn't. It is beautiful. I can see my photography photos. They look nice and crisp and clear, and when I can pinch in the zoom, they look clear. It looks really, really good. I'm glad they went with that. I mean, I know a lot of people like OLED, but I'm okay with OLED or IPS. It really don't matter. As long as I got a good quality screen, I'm pretty happy with it. The blacks are pretty deep or whatever. They're not, OLED deep or anything like that, obviously, because the pixels are turned off, but it works, and it works for the Pixel tablet because, as we always know, that it's like a hub, and we're gonna get more into that talk later. But yes, the screen is amazing. I actually love the screen a lot. It reminds me of the old iPad days. Well, I guess still today, because we still don't have a OLED iPad, so they make really good panels. So it's kind of like on par with the iPad panels, and I'm pretty happy with it, definitely. And one more thing I want to add about the design, I am so glad to have a 11-inch tablet again. Like, all of my tablets currently at the moment are 12 inches and up, and I kind of regret it because I thought that I was going to need more screen to do what I do, but I really don't. I actually love the 11-inch form factor of the tablet, where I can pick it up and walk around the house, and it feels comfortable holding it in a hand. And it's just, I like it. I don't need too much screen. I want it to be between a phone and a laptop screen, and I think 11 inches kind of sits right there, because when you start getting tablets that's like 12 and up, then you start going into laptop territory, and at that point it's like you want to attach a keyboard and you want to attach a mouse to it, and you want to use it as a laptop, and I kind of want a tablet to be a tablet. You remember that time when I said that the Pixel tablet ruined other tablets for me? The Google Pixel tablet has ruined all tablets for me. Yeah, that. So I actually like walking around holding my tablet everywhere and taking it different places and holding it up and setting it down and propping it up and all that stuff like that. And somebody suggested I should just get multiple docks if I want to do that. And why would I keep spending $130 when I can easily just get a kickstand and prop the tablet up like I do my other tablets currently right now, and be totally fine if I'm not holding it in my hand, because the dock doesn't give us multiple angles. It gives us one angle. And then because it has to be plugged up, that means that I have to be somewhere near a plug every time. So just imagine me walking around with my dock in my hand and a plug and trying to find different locations to plug it into. And that means if I bought multiple docks, that means I would have to set a dock in multiple different places, and then I would have to put it at an angle that I think that I want it, because personally it doesn't adjust. So that means I have to put it higher or lower on the object or something like that. So it would be better preference if they just added a battery and then I can just carry it around and set it, because when I'm in the kitchen I have my Google Nest Hub on my microwave, and then when I'm in there with my tablets, I prefer my tablets to be on my counter while I'm cooking so I can look at it, which means that I would have to have a dock right there. And then sometimes I like to just grab and go and set it on the dining room table, and then I would have to have a dock over there. And then I like to take it into the living room, and my TV is pretty far away from my couch and everything like that. So I would like to watch my tablet closer to me. So that means that I would have to have a dock somewhere this close and then have the tablet propped up way up here for me to even enjoy it without me holding it. So that means I have to have a table or something. So it just doesn't make real good sense for me to do that. It makes sense more if Google just provided a battery inside the dock. But hopefully that'll be in the future iterations of this device, because I would really love that. And the reason why I said that it ruined other tablets for me, because again, remember at the beginning of the video, I said there's two main things that I do on my tablet. That is drawing and that is watching movies. So I cannot, for the love of anybody, watch a movie on my iPad or my Galaxy tablet anymore, because I kind of want to just use the Pixel tablet with the dock because of the improved sound quality and how immersive the movies are and my shows are watching it on the Pixel tablet now. It kind of ruined that experience for me on any other tablet, and I just don't want to do that on any other tablet. So this is why I'm in a little debacle right now, because I want to be able to move around with that dock and not have to keep plugging it up everywhere. But at the same time, right now we just don't have no other option but to buy other docks or keep on unplugging it and switching it to locations and stuff like that. So I'm very conflicted. All right, guys, I just want to interrupt this video real quick because my pen actually came in for the Pixel tablet, and it's the Pinnova pen that you can get offline. It's USI 2.0. You have to get the 2.0 version because it's the only one that any 2.0 version pen will work with the Pixel tablet. So make sure you get that USB-C type charging. This is how the pen tip looks right here, and it's very comfortable. I like this pen. It feels really, really good. This review is not about this pen, but I really love this pen. It's lightweight, comfortable, and it lasts pretty long. So I got through 3 drawing sessions with this pen and it didn't even die on me. So also I want to add that it is fairly easy to dock it and undock it and dock it and undock it. I've seen videos where saying that it's like a learning curve, but it's not really a learning curve. It's once you know how to dock it, then you'll know how to undock it and dock it and undock it. It's pretty easy to learn. It's not even that complicated, and you can do it with one hand. I do it all the time, docking it and undocking it with one hand, because there's like really multiple different ways you can do it, but there's really a lot of easy ways to just kind of like dock it and undock it. It's not that complicated to learn. So I don't even know why that a lot of people brought that up or whatever in the videos. It just seemed a little redundant, I guess, to let somebody know in case kids are doing it, maybe more so, but I guess, right? I guess it makes sense, you know, when it comes to children and stuff like that. But then again, I'm not that type of parent that will let a young child, you know, put it on a charger or dock it or do anything like that. And plus, you know, if I have a tablet that's for a child, it's probably going to be in some kind of child-proof case anyway. So it's not going to be a Pixel tablet. One of the things that many people aren't talking about is like the Pixel UI. Now, I used Nexus tablets back in the days, and we all know they were just blown up Android versions of the phones. And I mean, at that time, it was perfectly fine. If we wanted a bigger screen with, you know, the VR content on bigger stuff, then that's what it was. And I was actually okay with that. Now we're fast forward to 2023. And now we kind of want a separation between the phone and the tablet, laptop and desktop and everything else that we have. We want different versions of the same OS, but we want it separated with separate features. And I feel like this time Google has done a really good job. In fact, you know, call me a fanboy if you want, but this is probably my favorite tablet UI right now to this day. I really love the aesthetics of it. I love the look of it. I love the animations of it, everything. I love it better than my iPad Pro. I love it better than my Galaxy tablet. But I do know that when it comes to features, there's things on the Galaxy tablet, well, sorry, the Pixel tablet, that is missing that the Galaxy tablet has, or maybe the iPad also has as well. And this is Google's first, not real first tablet, but let's just say their first time being serious about a tablet. So it's going to mature and it's going to grow over the years. And I'm just excited to see how far it's going to go and how far they're going to push this tablet UI, and each iteration, what features they're going to add and what features they're going to, AI features they're going to add to it, and just everything to really kind of give you that nice tablet experience and everything like that. So I'm very excited about it. I know that Apple and Samsung both had years to mature into that, and I think that DeX is still one of the best things about the Galaxy tablet, and there's nothing like that on the Pixel tablet. And I know a lot of people want something like Chrome OS maybe up there, and Google should definitely do that, maybe in a pro version of their tablet, because obviously this tablet is not for the enthusiasts, to be honest with you. It's just for the general consumer that's out here, basically just basic people and stuff like that. They didn't really make that stuff for us, which is cool, but I'm still enjoying it as a tech enthusiast or whatever. So with that being said, I really enjoy the Material UI and everything, and it's like crazy because a lot of people are not talking about how good it is. It's really good. It just needs to mature. Now, while we on that subject, I know there's a touchy subject about optimize apps, optimize. I mean, we hear it so many times when it comes to anything Android. And you hear it more so from people who don't even care about buying these Android products, but it is what it is. And listen, just because Google dropped a Pixel Fold and a Pixel tablet doesn't change the fact that apps on tablets and bigger screens on Android hasn't been optimized since forever. This is nothing new. Nothing has really changed much, but we all understand that if you're buying an Android tablet, there will be apps not optimized. That is point blank, and we know that because Google hasn't pushed the matter. Google hasn't been serious about it or anything, at least until now, because the apps that's up there, Google apps, look good up there, minus the one YouTube Studio, which is trash. Other than that, Google has really revamped a lot of their own apps to fit on the tablets. And I think in the next coming years, we hope that Google will kind of push the matter more to developers to kind of get them to make us better tablet apps. Because personally, I don't use the same apps that's on my phone on my tablets. And I know a lot of people do. When I look at a lot of videos, I see like the same apps on their phone and they install them on their tablet. And I'm like, why are you using that app on your tablet when you got it on your phone? Use tablet apps, use phone apps, just separate the two. That's the whole point of having a tablet OS and a phone OS, different versions, but people want both, people want that version over here and stuff like that, which is, I'm understandable to that too as well. I mean, there's people out there want the same apps and stuff on that thing, but I don't. I mean, because I do things differently on my tablets than I do on my phone, so I don't really care to have phone stuff on my tablet. I'm just using tablet stuff on my tablet. I'm using phone stuff on my phone, and that's just me personally, but I do agree that with everyone in the masses that Google should definitely push the matter of developing more tablet apps and maybe even bring in some basic ones over like Twitter, because Twitter is probably the only app on my Pixel tablet right now that and YouTube Studio is the only two apps that I use on my tablet that is pretty bad. But I just use the PWA version of it and I'm good as far as Twitter goes. But YouTube Studio is, like I say again, is just bad. And I wish that we would get a Twitter version of, a tablet version on Android tablets. So wishful thinking. I'm not going to touch up on this part too much because personally I haven't tested the battery life yet. The battery life on this, I mean, I think it's good. I'm not really sure. And I guess, you're watching me and I'm like, man, you're a tech YouTuber. Why are you not talking about this and that to the third like everyone else? Because my videos is a little bit different from everybody else's. I kind of give you my experience of how I use products. I don't test them in the masses of the situations that they test them. I just use them as a regular person. So I want to tell you how they fit in my life day to day and what I do with them. And that's kind of a realistic review that I want to give you instead of just saying, hey man, here's the screen on time and this is what I got. But even if I told you those numbers, right? Like are you going to have the same apps installed that I'm using? Are you going to use the same apps around the same time, around the same temperature, around the same climax and everything like that? I mean, are you like, it's hard to tell like if battery is good or bad half of the time, because there's different people with the same phone that has better battery than others, and some has way worse battery. And that's because of the all the different variables that can cause your battery to drain that nobody really can talk about. But so giving you screen on time is just an estimate of my usage and only mine. You can get better or you can get worse. Anyways, let me just drop all that. Listen, the reason why I haven't tested the batteries is because when I'm not using this tablet, I'm throwing it back on the dock. It's plain and simple, that simple. Google marketing for that was really, really good and really, really perfect, because I do find myself, instead of laying it down like my other tablets right now, they're laying down right now somewhere in this house, not being charged up. But my Pixel tablet is on its dock because it just makes sense for me to not use it and put it on the dock. So Google is genius for that. And I wish that every manufacturer now will get a dock similar to that. And it stops at 90, as you already know. When it stops at 90, it just sits there and it becomes a photo frame or whatever it is that you want it to become. And you know, I love that. So when I take it down, I watching a movie or I'm trying to draw on it or do something else. And drawing is pretty fair up here. I didn't get my other stylus. I had to use a friend stylus that actually works up there, and it was pretty fair. But by the time this review gets out, my stylus will still be in the mail coming here, the one that's highly recommended to use with this. So I can't wait to really do some more drawing. So I'm gonna revisit this video, but I'm gonna talk about more so the drawing experience a little bit for the ones who do draw and write PDFs or sign contracts. I'm gonna let you know once that pen comes through. But other than that, I tried the different styles that actually kind of worked up there, but it felt like it was a little fidgety. So I'm just gonna go with the recommended one that everyone is talking about. Today, we're just gonna kind of show you how the writing experience is with this pen. So it is latency. I just want to say that this is a 60 hertz display, so it's not going to be as fast as my iPad or my Galaxy tablet running at 120 hertz. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a quick line. As you can see, there's a little bit of latency right there at the end, and it's like it's trying to catch up. But if you're doing like normal speeds or, you know, just normal writing, like hello, how are you today? I just said that all retarded, but it works perfectly fine. It's like, it's really, really good. Like, you wouldn't really tell a big latency difference in writing every day if you're just writing normal. And when I'm drawing as well, because I am a digital artist, and I just finished up my Earth One gym picture here. I just finished this up last night, the other day, and I drew this whole entire thing using this pen right here, and it's been a great experience. This is one of my favorite drawing apps, Infinity Painter, if you must know. It's a really great drawing app or whatever that I use, and I love it. It works great, and this is something that I'm currently working on now right here. So yeah, and other than that, like, I really love the drawing experience and the writing experience up here. So if you are someone who's taking notes, I'm using actually Google Keep right here for the notes or whatever. I just decided to use this app right here. So it's a really good app for taking notes and stuff like that. And I can't go back on this right now, so I guess I got to use the eraser. But yeah, it's great. Latency is, like I say, it's not really that bad, but there is latency. I'm just going to sit there and be honest with you. It ain't like Google designed this pen to work with this, you know, they have their own pen, you know, to have like 1 point something latency or something like that. So there is latency or whatever like that, but it's really hard. I had to slow down the video to really show it to you though. But other than that, I think it's really good. All right, so now it's time to talk about the hub. How is this as a hub? So I'm not the one to address complaints of other people and stuff like that, but I feel like a lot of people wanted this thing to be a Hub Max replacement or a Nest Hub replacement, and it totally 100% can. The thing is that they complained about was that it was a different UI when it's in hub mode. Basically, it's just the home app. It's just the home app is on the home screen, and you click it, and then all your home controls come up there, and it looks gorgeous. I do own the Hub Max and a bunch of Nesses running around the house and stuff like that, and I want to say that the UI is very slow and clunky, and I do not like it at all. I really do not like the UI of my Hub Max or anything like that. So I'm so glad that I'm in the minority, I guess, because I hate the way the Hub Max interface is. I really hate it. And yeah, like when somebody rings my doorbell, my Google tablet doesn't automatically show me what's out there like my hubs in the house do. And that's okay. It's just an extra tap, but I'm not planning on replacing any of my hubs in this house. I'm going to keep those along with the Pixel tablet. It's not a replacement, but if you were somebody who are looking to replace it, or if you never even had a hub, then you wouldn't even know the difference. But if you are looking to replace it, that would probably be one thing. If you do have the Nest doorbell, that would be an issue, but everything else functions and works perfect just by tapping and getting to your controls. And the UI on the Pixel tablet is so much faster and so much better than the Hub Max. So I do understand the complaints because they want that clunky interface because it has more stuff up there and switching through medias and stuff, but I don't like it. I never did. I really didn't. When I'm in the kitchen and I want to play a YouTube video, I use my voice. I hate trying to navigate and playing a video or a song or Netflix or anything on that thing. I just use my voice. That's kind of the whole purpose of it for me, at least for me. And when I want to visually see something, I still use my voice to do that. Navigating on the Hub Max is terrible, and that's just my honest opinion about it. So I'm glad that they don't have that clunky looking UI up there in the first place. So it's either hit or miss depending on who you are, because a lot of people want that. I'm not one of them. So I think it does work great as a hub if you want to use it as a hub. I've used it several times as a hub, saying the keyword, hey, I'm not gonna say it, I got one right there behind me. Got a Pixel phone right here as well. I got my Pixel tablet over there, so we're not gonna say it. So just to conclude this video, I just want to say that I'm really enjoying this tablet. Talking about this is probably one of my favorite reviews right now to talk about to you guys, because I'm genuinely excited and I love this tablet. I just really wish that it was 90 hertz. I think it would have just really pushed it over for me as being like a replacement to all my other tablets, my iPads and my Galaxy tablets. But I just can't see myself doing too much drawing on it, at least until I get my stylus. I would test that out and see. But I can't see it, because once I switched over to 120 hertz drawing, it just changed everything. I actually stopped drawing on my Surface Pro 7 because it has a 60 hertz screen. So I don't think that the Pixel tablet is going to change how I feel about that just because it's a Pixel tablet. So 90 hertz would have been that really sweet spot, at least for me. If Google wanted to stay cheap, I guess they could have went with 90 at least, or even gave me 75, which is really, I had a monitor that was 75, but 75 or just something better than 60 would have been great. And other than that, I really do enjoy this tablet and I'm really excited about it and I really love it. And other than that, I really do love this tablet and I really enjoy it. So that's all I have to share with you guys. If you're on the fence of getting a Pixel tablet, I'll say at least try it out, see if it fits into your life. If it doesn't, you can always hit the return button. Anyways, this is Delvon Digital and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.